All right, welcome to your wand making tutorial. So if you've been following along, you know that we just finished chapter 5 of Harry Potter. And in Harry Potter, in chapter 5, that is when he visits Diagon Alley and he gets all of his supplies for his first year at Hogwarts. And one of those things he gets at Ollivander's wand store. So he gets his first wand, and if you listened, you will know what's inside his wand. But we are going to make our own wands today. So I'm going to make two different types of wand. One that's going to need a little bit more materials than the other one. So I wanted to give you two different options in case you weren't able to go to the store and get the things that you need. So for the first one, you would need to go and get some sort of wooden stick. So this is the brand that I got just to go create wooden round dowels. And these are from Walmart. So everything you see, I either got from Walmart or my backyard for my next one. So Walmart, you also need some sort of paintbrush and then brown paint. So I usually use, when we do this at school, I usually have a bunch of different shades of brown that you can add texture and things like that. But since I didn't want to buy just a bunch of brown paint for just myself, I just got the one color. But you can use that however you'd like. You can get some light browns, dark browns, things like that to put on your wand. You also, for this type, you're going to need a hot glue gun. So if you are trying to do the hot glue gun version with a stick and all of that, you're going to need to make sure you ask your parents first, because hot glue guns can be a little tricky. So if we would have done this in class, I would help you with this part. But as long as the parents around or they give you the okay, you're going to need a hot glue gun and maybe some extra glue sticks. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to open my brown paint, and I also put some newspaper down so that I don't mess up my countertops. So I'm going to take this brown paint and I'm just going to put it on a paper plate. So that is ready to go. The next thing I did before I started the video, I turned on my hot glue gun, and it's pretty warm right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So again, the first one that we're going to make, you need this wooden stick. The other kind we're going to make later, all you need is a stick from your backyard. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide which side's my handle. So I'm going to pick about here, and I know that my hand, I'm going to put my hand about where I would want to hold it for the handle, and that's where I'm going to start my design. So the cool part about the hot glue version is that you can make these different details that make your wand pretty cool. So I'm just going to take my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to start. Of course my phone's going to die. When's it not going to die? So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to move it around like this. So if you can see, I just created all these different little markings for my wand, and that's just one side. So then I'm going to take it again, and now I've had kids in the past make swirls all the way around. I kind of like when they just look like this, like, ooh, cool. And so the more designs that you have, that's the details that's going to be on your wand when you're finished. So when you paint it, those parts will stick out, the parts with the hot glue. So if you can see, I'm just kind of going around and putting different designs on it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just however you feel like looks good. So like up here, I had a little bit longer one. Now for the end of my wand, the side that's gonna like point, I usually like to put like a little detail at the end to make it fun. So I'm just gonna do that now. Okay, so I think maybe I can add a couple different spots here. So like I said, in the past, I've had kids like go all the way around like this, which is pretty cool. So you can do that however you want and make like a swirly design. But so down here is where my hand is gonna go. So I'm not gonna do down there, one, because the glue that's on the stick right now is super hot. So you don't wanna touch that. So I just wanna hold on to it like this until it dries, and might wanna blow on a little bit, move it around so that it dries pretty quickly. Now I'm gonna just try to tap it lightly and see if it's still hot. This is the part where you probably want to ask a parent, is this okay, can I touch this part now? So mine feels okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my hand and I'm gonna flip it over. Now this is the part where I'm gonna make my handle. So I'm gonna take my handle and I'm just gonna make it with lots of hot glue. And I'm just going up and down, up and down. And like I said, you probably need more than one. So I'm gonna refill my hot glue stick. Put it in there. All right, and so then you're just gonna keep going. So remember, this is the part that you're gonna hold. It's your handle. just making it all around. So if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just taking the handle and making it look like a handle. So I'm just adding some detail to it. This is where your hand will go. All right. And again, since it's the end, I like to add like a little bit of detail, just like that. And I think I have most of it covered. So if you can see, I just created a little handle at the end. So if you look down here, this part's all different. You leave some of the wooden stick there, but you just add your little part. So now I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna pull off all the little pieces all around the edge and let it dry. Give it some time, speed it up. To dry, I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to lightly over the top just start painting my wand. And oh my goodness, it's so cool. This is like my favorite thing to do every year. I have so many different wands now that of my years of teaching. So I'm just gonna do the little part down here so I can show you. So I'm just taking my paintbrush and just moving it down. Again, you wanna make sure that you're not touching the part that you've painted on. You wanna leave yourself some space. But if you can see, what it's doing, it's creating this cool detail so it looks like a real wand. So it's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna keep going. Turbo mode. I'm just gonna paint. So now if you have different colors, this is the part that's really cool where you can go in and kind of just add some more, like I usually like using like a lighter brown and just moving that along like the little pieces that I have, like the little parts that stick up, because then that makes it like have even more detail. Or like you can make your handle a different color. Like I like doing my handle like a really light brown, so it kind of stands out. Ooh, and look at this part down here that I twisted. That looks so cool. Oh my gosh, okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. And you're definitely gonna wanna buy paint that can wash off, washable paint, because you're gonna definitely get it on your hands somewhere. But I've been painting my house, so I have paint everywhere, my hair all over the place. All right, so the last little part, I'm just gonna hold and move around, and there we go. And look at that. Oh my goodness, that looks so cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna show you the next way you can make a wand. So let's say you don't have a hot glue gun at home and you don't wanna go out and buy a wooden stick and all that stuff. So this is how an easy way you can do this. So I've never done this before, but I saw it online, so we're gonna try it. So I went outside and I found a stick. Now it was a lot longer and I broke it in half, but you can find one that looks pretty cool. Like this one, as you can see, has like little details on the outside. Like this is gonna be, I think is gonna be really cool once it's painted. So when you do that, like I don't think I like that part. So you can kind of make it however you want. This one is curved, which I think would make like a pretty cool wand. So just go look outside. It rained a lot the last couple days, which means a lot of branches probably are falling down. So go on a little scavenger hunt and find yourself a stick. So all you need now is paint. Now let's say you only have red paint at home. You can make yourself a red wand. You can make yourself a yellow wand. It doesn't matter, it's for you. So I have brown paint in front of me, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna just take my brown paint, and just like before, I'm just gonna paint this like so, which looks pretty cool, I might say. So I'm just gonna paint it. Da, 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 da. I hope you all have been enjoying Harry Potter. It's my favorite book ever. Wonder's a close second though, so you guys got to enjoy two of my favorite books. So again, you wanna make sure that your paint, that is why you have. Okay, so I finished the stick and it looks really cool actually. So if you can't go to the store or anything like that, if you have paint at home, this is a really cool way to make a wand. So I went back and I looked at the wand that I made that with all the hot glue, and again, it looks so cool. It looks so awesome. So there's a couple spots where I see that I missed, so I'm just gonna go back in and fill that in. But other than that, that's all you have to do. And now you have a brand new wizard wand. Awesome. Send me, if you try this project, send me a picture and I will post them on Class Dojo. Awesome. Yay.